Hello everyone, my name is Lucas and joining me are Joshua and Cheryl behind the camera. In this video, we'll be showcasing our final year project, which is the evaluation of the effectiveness of nature-ways in regards to the National Parks Board's City in Nature Plan. These evaluations will be carried out by doing on-site surveys of nature-ways that we previously selected and recording down the fauna that's been seen and attracted by the flora that's been planted in these nature-ways. Before beginning, here is a brief summary of what nature-ways are. Nature-ways are routes planted with specific trees and shrubs to facilitate movement of fauna between two green spaces. These routes also connect areas of high biodiversity to urban communities to create immediate habitats for fauna and also to bring nature closer to Singaporeans. Now, with the idea to replicate the natural structure of a forest as close as possible, these nature-ways are made of 4 distinct layers. They are the canopy, the emergent, the understory, and lastly, the ground cover layers. Now, I'll be passing my time over.
Hi, my name is Cheryl. So, we are currently at the Clipchamp Nature Way, which connects Singapore Botanic Gardens and Central Catchment Nature Reserve. So, follow along with me and Lucas to observe how we do our fauna surveys. So, over here, you can see an animal right under this piece of leaf. So, normally what I would do is I will state the animal, the species count. So, for example, 3 chocolate pansies. So I'll shout 3 chocolate pansies and Lucas will write it down on his journal. In some cases, we are unable to identify the animal inside, whether it be due to the fact that we do not know this animal or the fact that it's hidden in the trees. In these cases, I will use my camera to take a picture of them so that we can identify them later on. We will use guides such as SG Bio Atlas, SG Biodiversity, Singapore Butterfly Circle, and SG Birds. After this, we will collate all the data in an Excel sheet so that we can evaluate the relationship between fauna and flora. Other than that, we will also additionally put in the observations between the fauna and its surroundings along the way so that this can help us further understand how it affects the movement of fauna in the nature ways and how to make it more efficient for the further improvement of the nature ways.
Hi, I'm Joshua and I'm going to take photos of the flora along the nature way and within 1 meter of its surroundings so that we can understand the plants that are and or potentially host plants to wildlife such as butterfly and birds. So come follow me as I take picture of some weeds and grasses and also some trees such as this kakapa. And they can be found in the trees.sg as well. So as we understand this, we can know how wildlife move along in the nature way and also how they can be moved into the nature way for improvement plantings. And hence, it aids us in evaluating the effectiveness of wildlife facilitation between 2 green spaces, which are the functions of nature ways.
The KMOOC's first half has a more urban planting scheme and therefore attracts more species common to urban areas, whereas the second half has a more forested type of planting in the surrounding area and thus attracts more of the forest dwelling species. However, Pongo in general has more sparsely planted areas and thus attract less species in general. In addition, these species attracted are more commonly found in the urban areas and thus it's harder to evaluate if the nature ways facilitate movement. With these observations found, we have come to the conclusion that the nature ways show little effectiveness in facilitating movement from one green space to another. However, it provides ample habitats to the certain species found in these nature ways.